Hello everyone. Welcome to Second Thought, aspiring to engender new thought across the continent. The goal is to encourage new thought, to venture out, to go boldly where we've never gone before. That's the essence. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about where there is no vision. Okay. What does the Bible say? In reality, based on studies, based on just true protocols or not theory, okay, where there is no vision, what happens? The nation fails, the people suffer. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about where we are. All right, for some reason, mine, my probably say it into it's public. It is public. Why was it not public at first? Okay, for some reason it was not public. Okay, there we go. Um, Says Megapo, welcome. Welcome. Thank you. I was supposed to contact you. I did not. My apologies. My total apologies. There's so much going on in our country. This is not just, when I was in way back then, when I was in grad school, and I had in the school that I went to, it was a Christian school. So literally everything that they did will literally tie into biblical speaking or knowledge or wisdom. And it made me see things differently. And I'm glad that I did. And I think I used to post some of the little video clips from or air puzzles that they would give us to look at and compare to the reality to things. I I've spoken on this before and I will speak on it again. I listened to a man who said Black people cry more when the parents died or when something happened to the parents because they have to carry literally 3 pins. Is Uncle B here?
Yeah.
Okay, my uncle just got you. Hold on, I gotta go greet and come back. Okay, and so I'm gonna come back right back. I'm right here. I don't have anything to play, so I'm just gonna play some music for you. How are you? I am so sorry. I'm in the TV. Just enjoy your medicine when you're saying nothing else. Hey, Ayuba. So my uncle is here from PA. Yeah, so I'm gonna be here like on Thursday. I come here for an hour when we have those conversations. Yeah, I got home, guys. I'm a family woman. I remember when CDC first took over, and I'm gonna go back to the storytelling. And they would say she got nothing to do, you know. And I will come back. Let me get my paper so I will revert to what I'm talking about. Just give me 1 second. Let me get a pen. Mandela once said, A man had three duties. Three duties the day he's born. One to his parents or to his family. One to his parents, one to his family, which would be the family that he will make, and one to his country. Remember, Mandela had children, had a wife. Mandela had a business. The first black of South Africa to own his own law firm. He forgo all of that for his nation. And in the interim, he almost died. Okay. So I'm making a point. So these people will come under my post. They will come under my post and say, she not married, she ain't got nothing to do. She won't be, she used to date, we are level. Me, we are not on no level. Everybody don't go in stuff for money. Okay. And I always told that this is not about anybody. I just want you to know, because you got your issues and training. This is me. This is how I touch this. Let's see, you still owe me to join me. We got to build this up. Okay. So I want to tell you, this is, I've been here where Liberian people go through the Wallabaloo and their regrets, because we're people who live to apologize. We're people who live, who want to take shortcut, and then we blame other people. All right. I have been in Liberia for 2 elections straight, back to back. Every 3 months, every 4 months. From 2015 to 2023. So I can speak. Some things cannot be bought. Some people don't have a price. My value is my price. Okay. So Mandela, for his business, the life and livelihood and the future of his children, his parents, his people on the line, and almost lost his own life in the interim. 27 years in prison. Mind you, this man had everything going for him. All right. So I was telling you people, when you come and you look at everybody and bundle them in one cloth and say they're out here because they're looking for jobs. They're looking for this. Listen, if you are Liberian that qualify to do a job, I have no problem with you. If you have something to give to Liberia that some of the people on the ground cannot give, if you have expertise that can empower Liberia and take Liberia to her next stage, to take her boldly where she have never been before, I have no problem. I don't care what political party you come from, or what tribe you come from, what country you come from. But it should be a fair play. So we'll come back to where there is no vision, right? Mandela's vision was to see his country, a native land, that his people get equal right, have a fighting chance. Okay? Not only get equal right, that every child and every woman, every man in South Africa, regardless of their color, you know, they have a philosophy called Mandela Way. The Mandela Way does not go back to revenge. The Mandela Way does not go back to say you did this to me. The Mandela Way say, where do we meet and find a balance and build our nation together? Where do we give our children hope again? Where do we build a nation together to last that everyone is a part of? Okay, then I'll come back to the biblical things. Talk about where I heard where the men were talking about black people crying a lot at funeral and all of that. That is correct. We leave nothing for our children. You see, we Liberians, majority of Liberians stay in the era of hunting, where agriculture were not formed. All right. The era of hunting is where people, and they didn't even have farm them, where you just have babies. And you live off the land. And you hope when the babies are strong enough to also live off the land. And then we came to the agriculture age. Even in biblical times, even in the day of David, even in the time before Solomon, even in the time before David to Abraham, there was order of things where certainty must be passed enough to pass on inheritance. That word didn't just come out. Okay. That word did not just come out, but it was ordained. Like God said, we will inherit this. We will inherit this as children of God, where there is no vision. You know, David built the temple for God before he died in abstracts. Okay. I'm coming somewhere with you because somebody said, no, he did not. No, he did not. But guess what? When he told God that he was going to build his temple, and God told him, no, your hand is sore. Your son will build my temple. He didn't fold it and put it behind and say, I'm just going to burn blood of sons and put it there. We should won't do it. He started to craft the way forward. His contacts, places, doing research. Where would he find the finest of carpet, wool, silk? Where would he find stone cutter, craftsmen, carpenters, woven, all of those things? David started putting it together. He had a plan. Before he could pass on, he turned those plans over to his son Solomon. Solomon knew where he could send his men to go get cedar wood for the temple. Solomon knew where to go to get Caspian carpet. Solomon knew where to go to get stone cutters that would put the building up. Where am I going? Liberian parents, you sold your children inheritance, their birthright, for $20. You sold the birthright for Becca rice. You sold the birthright, the future, not just the birthright, but the future for t-shirts. Then you mop. The people corrupt. You knew they were corrupt. You knew they were corrupt. You knew, there's a saying that goes, a moral man will walk straight or walk upright with their conscience, even in a place where there are no laws. An immoral or a corrupt man will find a way around the law or in a place where there are laws, or there are laws. And that's why the Bible says a unstable man is unstable in all of his ways. Most of us are like desert plant. When the wind blows this way, we're flexible enough to bend, so we bend. When it comes from this way, we bend. When it comes from in front, we go backward. When it comes from front, we come forward. We have no stance, we have no morality, we have no belief system, no value of things that we believe in. I'm hearing y'all. I'm listening. We are listening. You don't want to take the high road. You don't want to roll up your sleeves. You want shortcut. But you see, monkey do, monkey see, monkey do. Where there is no vision. Today, I watched somebody show me Robert Fee Airport. How much do we spend on our airport? Over 50 million? Right? Say over 50 million? Over 50 million on that. Okay, over 60 million. 60 million. Liberian people, you hear me? The Liberian airport, that small place, that place where you get no sitting area unless you get you on the plane. where you people can come in, where they can see that place. Okay? That place. We spend 50 million on that. Here your airport here. Here winning. A leaking. Okay? Your airport leaking. Leaking. Okay, 9 months later, RIA is leaking water all over the terminal. For me, it's not funny. Okay, it is not funny. It is sad for a nation that is 100+ years old, almost 200 years old. We missed out on the cultural revolution. We missed out on the industrial revolution. We're missing out on the AI or the electronic revolution. The only thing that we learn, that we have taught our children, because we ourselves don't know better, take cell phone, put in their hands so they can share naked picture. So the men there were in the position can call for the naked picture so you can be showing on Facebook. The country, anywhere where there's no vision. Even when the father have no vision for the family, that family will be static or maybe misled. Okay? There is no vision. Now, the very people that you cry from 2017, Afro Nima Kante, when somebody abuse you, that you know that they abuse you unmercifully, and you told the world that person abused you, so you are not going back. Then you move on and make another bad choice. Then when you say, oh, that one was better than this one, because you don't think you can do better. Then you go back to that abuser. That abuser will not have no respect for you. You have no self-worth. You can't make it without them. They will take you for granted. They will abuse you more. That's what you do. That's what you have done. All right? When Jay Kabakoli them were planning, they said in 6 months, they will all be a millionaire. I believe they are now. 400,000 missing year. 400,000 missing year. 20 million this way. Every month. In fact, so now twice in a month, they travel. And they are getting daily subsidy allowance. I heard that some of the representatives are getting $10,000 a day to go to travel. The funny line man who I put my name and my face on this platform for him. I see he writing. If I walk a country where people knew what they were doing, hey, Lovey, okay? In Liberia has 3 branches of government. And within those 3 branches of government, there are clear demarcation of duties. Duties are assigned to those people and they're not supposed to overreach. When you have a lawmaker, a senator telling you what will happen in the executive in the coming days, and they're overreaching, that means you don't have a government. You do not have a government because there's no separation of power. There's no balance of power. Nobody holding anyone. I just heard a few days here in the US that a state was trying to pass a law. Everybody, the lawmaker approved it. The judiciary said no, it was unconstitutional. I've never heard a Liberian judiciary, the Supreme Court, rule a law unconstitutional. They will rule it unconstitutional today. Then when the president called, they change it again. There's no independence of those three branches of government. And in fact, it had been spelled out when Ambassador McCarthy, what would J.J. Roberts say when he wrote that? What he said, the Liberian leadership are as if to say they were incontent, that they hate the Liberian people. Okay? He said that. The neglect means when you are in the position to do something and you have the power and you refuse to do it or do not do it in no way while the people suffer. That's neglect in the nurture to the Liberian people. Your leader knows that you are struggling. Your leader knows that you deserve better, even your country, but they have decided that you are not worth it. They don't give a fig because you are not going to do nothing. You have never done nothing. The last time something was done, what was done, overly done, that we got a rebel came in the country because the nonsense was too much. Where there is no vision, we see the people perish. Okay? While some nation fail and some nation develop. Vision. Knowledge is limited. Your knowledge can only take you as far as your knowledge is, but it is vision what takes you beyond knowledge. Okay? For instance, look at Zuckerberg. When Zuckerberg invented Friends Meet, now called Facebook, people didn't think it was possible. In fact, scientists who came before, when they talk about graphical user interface, where you and I will talk and the way I'm sitting down in my living room, in the republic of the Payes, that way I'm sitting. In my own republic of the Payes, all right? And I'm talking to you, and you are listening to me. Some of you are in different states. Some of you are almost 3-4 hours plane ride from me. Some of you are all the way in Liberia, 2 days worth of plane ride, but you can see me in real time. I'm talking to you. Okay? Some of you met me here before you even met me in person. Bill Gates was not born to know that this what we're using today, graphical user interface, his vision and hard work. Where there is no vision, the people perish. So when I remember, I said, I think 2019, 2018, when that queer girl ran in District 13, the guy, John, whoever was that they elected, the people were thinking, they say he was a drug dealer. They said they didn't care he was a drug dealer. You can help them. The only reason that most of you are talking is because you are not the one who's stealing the money. It's because you are not the one who indirectly getting the benefit. It's because you are not the one who the girlfriend or the boyfriend or those in the position. Okay? And that's the problem. So then the question that begs an answer is, then what happens to the Liberian children? Where is the future? Where is the goal? Where do we go from here? But let me start a little bit. Okay? Let me wish my friend, okay, Paul Bismarck, the Congo Mano boy, but the Mano supersede everything. But Nima Kante, yes. Paul, I wanted to say happy birthday to you, my dear. You're a great friend. Paul is one of the coolest guys I know. I can call Paul tonight and say, Paul, I will be in DC. He will say, don't call you brother. I'll pick you up and I will take you out. Then I will take you home and hang out. Always, always. Most of the time when I'm going on my journey, and he's a secretive person, I say, nobody needs to know. He said, I will pick you up. It don't matter 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. He would pick me up. Wherever I am, he would pick me up. He would take me where I need to go. He would even take me to other stuff, go Transit and bring me from the airport anywhere I want to go. So it's a friend I can call on. So Paul, happy birthday, love. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being a man of your word. Thank you for doing what you do. And Paul has lots and lots of, maybe you don't know, investment in Liberia, young Liberian, refugee, all of them, refugee who came to this country, enlisted in the army, did a tour, got one that came and said, I'm not going to sit down with for, what do you call it, disability. I will innovate, created a business, run a huge security business in Washington. All right. So Paul, God bless you. Have a beautiful birthday and many, many more years. I can't wait to have a good government in Liberia so we can retire home, or else I'm going to stay right here in the United States and buy my headstone where my children can visit me. And I don't mind saying I say it briefly. Okay, guys, please share the video. So let's continue here. So if we should ask each other, where do you see Liberia? The question now that I like to ask the people in the position of power and those who are saying, give the government up to 2025. Here is my request to you. How about while they're there, okay, all of us, especially those of you who have lived in a developed world, now you got 90 days to get your feet work and get to working. Now took those jobs. And you are telling the Liberian people, let me wait for 2025. What I will ask for you to do is, now, do not get paid until 2025 when you start working for the Liberian people. The money you're taking, invested in the Liberian people. Then the question I'm asking you, how many people will be dead by 2025? How many women will die in JFK in childbirth? How many children will die before they're born, stillbirth? How many children will take their first breath and die right there? How many are you waiting to see? Because at your time, it's always your time. How many you want to see? How many little girls that will be raped that now you're silencing people, you don't want nobody to talk about it? How much of the country land will be so undercover with people who are fronting for foreigners for hundreds of years? How many? How many young people, babies, will die from malaria and typhoid that being eradicated a long time ago? How many? A place where there is no vision, the people perish. Now, not just to the leaders. I see the moment somebody inbox you, they're ready to say this. America is a hard place. Let me tell you something. I left my house because I have tutoring today. I woke up since 5 o'clock. I went to work. I stayed there. I didn't get here till 6:12. 6:12 p.m. Okay. I came home because I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a niece. Stood up for 2+ hours and cook. And I'm sitting here talking to you. All right. Then I will get up, I will go back to go study and then read for tomorrow and plan for school. So that means I'm not getting in bed till 11, 12 o'clock. And I have to wake up the same time. We work hard in this country. Okay. I know a lot of Liberian, most of your people, they say they don't clock in. When Liberian people get in government position in Liberia, they get in the free scholarship, they come in and go to the halfway Harvard or Yale, and they sit down, they Harvard graduate, that's a prestige, the Harvard graduate, and all those Harvard graduates that Liberia have produced, none have become Zuckerberg, none have become Bill Gates, Mark Odell, none. Nadia Alexander Cummings. All right? But you sabotage the growth of the nation, the future of the nation. Since you guys are asking for 2025, don't mind some of your papa, then your old man, then on Facebook. They are getting their retirement. Their children are doing well. Their children don't need anything from Liberia, so they can sit on Facebook and tell you, give them 2025. I pay attention to what Gafwan wrote the other day. So when the people told you they have planned to rescue you, they wanted you to take you from the water. People clap for them. Okay? Okay, that my uncle, y'all know we can talk like that. Yeah. So you're leaving today. I'm just gonna leave. I'm not gonna tell you not to, but then you get to Uncle P, the people on the other side all in your business. So when you're talking, they just know that you're sharing. Let me who sing, okay? So tell me, tell me where we are. And I listened to Gafwan wrote 2025. These people told you they were rescuing you. So they were going to take you out of the fire and just put you out with the brain skin and just let you suffer and die. That was the rescue. That was the plan. No plan, no other plan. If you were drowning, they took you from the river. They put you out. They would not give you CPR. They would not try to resuscitate you. They would not try to punch the water out of your stomach. They would just watch you die. And the story is they rescue you. So, Liberian people. Then the question I begs an answer is, what is the future? What is the goal? You know, Emmanuel Yeto called me in the morning, we're talking. And you know, the picture is making going over. It's not only in River Cess. Okay. My laptop is carrying on. I have to let them clean it up for some reason. So I cannot play some of those videos for you. Babies. Yeah, oh yeah. When I was 10 and 12 and 13-year-old, they're going to the pool. We follow them to watch them to make sure they're safe. If they're going out in the night, right here in front of the hub for bus stop, you stand out, open the door, and watch them. They put babies, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old on a canoe by themselves in a river that is almost 3, 4 miles long by themselves. Imagine. Even in the lowest animal kingdom. You know, I don't remember where I got this from, but somebody wrote it today. Even in the lowest animal kingdom, there's some sort of order. And we are supposed to be God, the first creation of God, and give us, put us over everything. But in the lowest animal kingdom, they never allowed the weakest of them all to lead them. You will never see a wolf pack running. That the one that can walk is the one that leading. It has to be the strong. They will put the weak in the middle and they move. Even the dog that can cross from Canada seasonal to go across, it have to be the strong that will lead. Yeah, you can watch also on second thought. Please share. Okay? Yes. How do we get the least among us? Not biblically speaking. I'm talking about strength-wise. To lead us. What was the plan? And I hear people who's supposed to be logical people. I hear people who's supposed to be so-called seasoned telling you, that give us 2025. Where in hell on earth, in a world where people are accountable, where people must come with the best among them to the table. They tell you, give me 2 years and I will come up with a plan. That's bold, right? They're taking advantage of you. They're telling you you're not worth it. They're telling you for all the care, your children can die. They can tell you your wife can go to JFK, then they can die. Guess what? No, they're not answerable to nobody. That's the thing. You know, I experienced horror when I was in Liberia last June, in the June before last. Dr. Richardson got called that her niece, Her brother owned a daughter. I think she was 7 years old, named after her late mother, was running fever. And they took her to the hospital. The first clinic they took her to. Oh, they said she needed drip. So they put drips on her. That one ain't working. They said she needed blood. No blood in the hospital. No blood bank. They have to go in the street to try to find somebody. Okay, after they tested the father, somebody that somebody that blood will match with her blood. Mind you, Liberia is full of hepatitis. Hepatitis C. Liberia is full, I mean, the disease is everywhere, but we do preventative maintenance. Okay? These people are in the street because the mother, the father, the auntie, none of them march to find somebody to go to do transfusion. We are getting ready to go to the hospital. In no time, they say the baby died. They say the baby died. The baby died. The doctor walked out and said, "My man, there's nothing I could do." This man is asking for his child to be taken to the morgue. They took the body and put it in your hand and say they don't keep baby body. 7-year-old. 7 years old baby girl. Yes, true story. True story. In the world over, even a stillborn child, they will ask the parents what they want them to do. If they will use it for science, or if the parents want to bury the stillbirth child. Can you imagine? Your child, I was just talking to you, walking, came out, and they took the body and dropped it in your hand and tell you they don't have space for baby bodies. Now, Liberia, I mean, who talking? That true story. It happened to Dr. Richardson. I was there. Our people were screaming. Yaka Koluba were all over the place. My brother, them. You told us 40 years. 40 years? And you deceive our people and telling us they should wait for 2025? I'm talking. So saying you're telling our people to wait until 2025, that's a good thing. Let everybody wait. Let the Minister of Information, the Minister of State, the President, the Vice President, the lawmakers, the judiciary, all of them forfeit their paycheck because they've been compensated for the job that they're supposed to be doing, which they're failing miserably from the last government to this government, to the Liberian people. Okay? And you're making excuses for them. That's the problem with Liberia. Democracy does not stop once you elect the people. When you elect the people, is when your job starts. You would especially were in the vanguard of getting them elected. You owe the people to hold them accountable, to make sure that they deliver. And the thing is, then the saddest thing is, what are they delivering? Arrest? Yeah, they're arresting all of y'all. Because that's what they ran on. Arrest. How in heaven, or in hell for that matter, because Liberia is like a hellhole. All right? When you turn away the other person's tea, you turn away. It's like somebody called yesterday and said, nothing will happen to Samuel Toy. What play in heaven that somebody that Samuel Toy, you say you got evidence on the man that he would be walking the street with that kind of money stolen. And then he's challenging the state. You know, I said it here. Of all the stealing that happened in Liberia, including, I'm sorry, Amos Sawyer, all of them. I remember 1990 when Amos Sawyer were appointed as the interim president and Bishop Dix as the vice president. By the way, I went to school with one of them children. I'm not saying, I'm going to say who. And we met the day that ECHOMOL landed or was trying to land. My brother and I. And Junior, by the way, happy birthday. Yesterday was his birthday. That was my surviving partner. We survived together. We got in trouble together. We almost joined the rebels together. We did not. We were the one that used to go looking for food for the family. Happy birthday. May you live long. When we found peace, that when we are all the children are gone, we can sit down and tell our story and look at each other and say the day we survived, all the horror that we experienced, all the people that we saw fell off, all the women at that airport from that seaport that day who took a lapada and dropped her child. May we live long enough to see justice happen in Liberia. Democracy does not stop once you elect. Some of you knew. Some of you knew because I had conversation with many of you and you lied because some of you were promised jobs. You know, I sat on the same platform. I said, whenever you make a decision out of fear or out of emotion, you will get it wrong every time. Out of fear, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. I told people, Liberian people were tired when we were ready to run him out. You didn't have no problem. I mean, pay attention. Like I said, there's no vision. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Mo Ali sat on social media and wrote it. There will be no tearaway. It will either be them or CDC stays. That's why I didn't support them. Because it was not about what CDC was doing. It was because it was not him who was getting the $7,000 and $8,000 and $10,000. It was because it was not him who were riding the 10,000, the 45,000, the 60,000 car. It's because it was not them who would be able to send money to the family all over. The young lady got taking $10,000 to give it to her father, who's supposed to be a pastor. That's the fraud out of the government coffers. In that, people like that need to be prosecuted. And they keep overstepping. And they're making their business. The other day, somebody posted and said, she taught 2 kids and educated them. Yeah, 2. Out of 2.5, almost 3 million kids. When she takes millions from them, build no schools for them. Look at Grandpa Secondary, you build market. It looked like during the gathering era, where the people would just call the wood and put it up and they meet there. During the barter system, where people walk along and find the deer they're hanking or squirrel hanking and they exchange it. No vision. These are the people that you brought. Those are the curse that you put on your children, the children's future. Those are the people who you elected either based on your tribe or your political party or $20 or T-shirt or bag of rice. And you say they're corrupt. You are corrupt yourself. They pay you. They don't need to do that for you. And now you regret. You regret yesterday. You regret today. What kind of people are you? You came up, you came up, you came up, we will vote for you. The excuse was it was right after the war. People were afraid that if they spoke, Taylor were going to kill them. Oh, granted. Get that. Our man now come. You bring one, our man now come. She will change everything. Where she burns, she will fix it. And our man comes and she goes. Corruption became vampire. We could not reconcile. It's a regret. Here we are. You all can sing the song Liberia, you are lifted. In fact, Liberia now when they lifted, Liberia is flying high into the air. That's deception. All that is mere cheap talk. Feel good to keep you consumed. Where you lift the air. You think lifting. You know, Alexander Cummings used to say, and still say, sink. We will not sink our way to prosperity. We will not dance our way to prosperity. Any nation that has survived, the story will start. Vision, sweat and blood rolling off their sleeve and working their tail out. That will change your country. And development start from the bottom, leadership start from the up. Any nation, any leader that is intentional in changing the country, they will develop the human capital. I'm gonna say this from confusion. One of my best people that I like, philosopher that I like, is Confucius. All right, and I'm gonna state a quick quote from him. All right, you cannot tell the people. You cannot tell Liberian people are not hard. Liberian people business not hard. Liberian people are very easy to please. They will follow those commands. Okay, why? I think I sent it to my daughter Rosa. Let me see what and I'm sitting here and trying to think about my country, the place of my birth. All right. And I'm looking at you all, and you are making excuses for bad behavior, asking Liberian people to wait till 2025. Granted. How about you all not take pay until you can start doing a job until 2025? How about the money in the country? We all agree we invested in the hospital. We build more schools. We build some factory. I heard today that JT will be buying rubber. So now he's the sole proprietor of rubber in Liberia. He has the monopoly. Thank you, Sis Ernestine. On the world market right now, the highest price now is like, I think, almost $2,000 per metric ton. He's charging 500. You're going to buy from our people 500 because the Liberian government has now created a market, empower our people, so our people will labor and will take from them. In fact, if I was a Liberian going to business, I would not pull rubber on my land. Why would I want to do something then go? You can't wear rubber. We can manufacture rubber. Then I gotta go sell it. I'm at the mercy of somebody who will price it before I eat. I always told Liberian people, you don't have to take bath every day, but you must eat every day. If you don't eat after 2 days, you will not be able to stand up. You must drink water every day. In fact, enough a day for you to be able to stay alive. Why we plenty things that is not manufactured in our country, that we're not expert in? Why are we plenty things that we don't eat, that you will be at the mercy of? It does not, in my opinion, does not make economic sense. I can see you plenty cotton where you're going to be making clothes. You're plenty food that way you need for your independence, because you need to live, you need to survive. That's what I would think. Okay, that's what I would think. But you elected these people. You knew them. You knew they were corrupt. You knew they weren't builders. You knew they were not people who brought people together. When Papa Bwaka look at your friend and brother, I hosted them. That video, I put it out. You know, some of y'all just coming around and acting like, oh, we know the man from so and so. All of it, if you come from Lofa County, or you were born and raised in Nima County, so that you uncle automatically, because you're an opportunist. You are hiring people who were banned out of colleges in the United States, kill them poorly, and making them consulting. What a shame. You know, my brother, when my brother was in Liberia, my husband can hear me. He hired a secretary because it was mandated. But he did his own job. And I was asking and said, Dr. D, why are you doing your own stuff? He said, yeah, Liberia function at a 20%. And even less. He said, even I'll give it to them to do it, they will not do it. I will have to do it for it to be presentable. So then it comes back to me. The people who say, if they don't win, then we must stay. What did you expect of them? They're all over Facebook instead of trying to find a way to change the nation. They're insulting people. They're attacking people. They're intimidating people. They're sending people to visit people's homes. My little sister here, our baby sister fiance was just murdered 3 weeks ago in Liberia. I got 5 minutes, guys. I gotta go because I gotta go talk to my uncle. He just got here. And I'm gonna go get myself ready for tomorrow. I got a lot of work to do. All right. So you're collecting people who could not even renew a 501c3 status for $20 a year in Rhode Island. You take them to Maritime. You take them to Naco. Talk a man who could not even manage to find a job in America because they cannot live in place that have system and processes. They don't understand how to navigate. They can't work in a competitive environment. Any person who cannot, if you cannot survive America, if you survive America, you can survive anywhere. Because it has structure. People, for the most part, are held accountable. You are advocated to enslave our people. Your new papi Boaka ain't got it. It is some year old papi. He ain't got it. He never had it. That's the thing. He does not have a record of success at anything. He does not have a record of building anything, creating anything. He never. And that's my papa. But I will speak my truth. My Charles Bronson ran. He had my cousin, my blood cousin, as his running mate. I didn't support it. I'm sorry. I have made a decision. He didn't try to convince me. People thought automatically because we're family, I was just going to support. I don't do that. If you're going to be leading a nation, that you will make decision to impact my children and their children, you have a responsibility to me to convince me so I can also sell you. If you don't get to that point, it's not just, hello, that's my family, I'm coming. That's not me. Ask anybody in my family, even my family having the family talk. If it's about the truth, they will invite me. If they want to do it in Liberia with the family way, I don't want to be a part because people would be mad at me. I'm not perfect. Your lie on a man. You see, Liberians, I have never met men that are so envious, Let me put it in a simpler way, all are jealous, that have so much low self-esteem that most of you Liberian men that I've seen. The moment you say hello, you say Alexander Cummings, you're ready to cuss him. Some of your fathers will never ever dream of what that man win. That means that when we're talking, I don't have time. I'm not running campaign for him. I'm just saying. Your sat and your lie. Teresa Cummings' husband 2 children, 6 grandchildren. Then in the end, you make your own video recording and start carrying around that we are who this and now comes, we are then lie on comes, and we know that you're the one who lie. Your finger, your own stuff to lie. Now your finger in budget. Like Jaga Koluba say, one finger. You steal millions from the people. You give them peanuts. Like you take the bread and give them crumbs, like flies, and they're fighting for it on the ground. What a shame. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Knowledge is limited, but it's vision that encircles the word. Those who have changed the word came strong with vision and hard work to roll up their sleeve. You're running around, begging everywhere just to steal. Yesterday, you have problem. When we are in here, people are coming to meet. We are people coming to meet Ellen. You're worse. You want shut down. The last time you stand up, everybody must shut down and go to the airport. The most powerful man in the world, the president of the United States, when he travels, he Air Force One land on whatever airport in Reagan or whatever. He helicopter go and pick him up. He land right there in the White House yard. His security and a few people and the people working with him, I travel with him, he goes to work to do the people work. And we don't pay him for eating. He buy his own food while he's president. The car that he drives, it belongs to the country. He does not get to take it. It stay there. We don't pay our minister. We don't buy their car. Wherever you sign for the job, you apply for it. They point you the money you make, that the money you make. We don't buy your car. And this is a country with trillions of dollars in GDP. I didn't say million. I didn't say billion. I said trillion. How do you beg on behalf of your people and you're stealing? People with no soul to them, no humanity. I didn't say humility. I said humanity. What is your humanity, Liberian leaders? Yeah, you want to work so you can tell him what to do. You can move him. I'm going here. My time over. I'm going to eat my GB. Bunch of corrupt, unpatriotic, low self-esteem people. Yeah, I say you got low self-esteem. If you can't compete in the free world, and you must go to the people who are already down to steal from them, to beat them, not to make you feel better for you by yourself, that means you got low self-esteem. When you mention somebody who have made it, give them a credit. Don't diminish them. Don't try to demean them. Don't try to be or think you can diminish them. That's what y'all do. That is a problem. A nation where competition is welcome, competition breed talent. Y'all would rather get the Lebanese man, the Indian man. Y'all would give him money to start a business. Thought started that. The first group of Lebanese people that came to Liberia, he brought them, gave them money. Because they'd rather give them money than give money to help the natives. Okay? Even our own native people now, they would rather make deal with the Lebanese people, the foreign or the Nigerian, that we are then there with Noah Budiki. More Budiki children in this country going to university on our scholarship, while Liberian children. I see the Minister of Education said they're sending Liberians to India to go learn. I want to talk about the ARCUS, I think that's the name of the company, ARCUS, ARCUS. Okay? The ARCUS there. It's a headhunter for scholarship, by the way. All right? They look for scholarship for people. All all right, and do all of the work for you. I will post the link for you so you can see it. And that's what it's called. Where is that? Where the company is? Until I find it. I wrote it yesterday. I can do a lot of, by the time they post stuff, I can put it in my system, try to find out. Ah, Lord have mercy, where is this? All right, I'll find it later. But that particular company, here it is. ACOS is a global company, okay? Global ACOS provide range of scholarship opportunities, though it does not appear that all scholarships are fully funded. The scholarship offer can include tuition support, and in some cases, they cover additional expenses like free flight for international students. However, full funding, which typically include coverage of tuition, accommodation, and living expenses, is not guaranteed for all students. Okay. Every time a new Liberian government take over, they do the same thing. For them, it's a morale. The people will get there. We saw that during Ellen, when Ellen was leaving. The young people that were on scholarship in India, in Morocco, in China, were left in the cold. Some of them scholarship, their passport were not renewed. Some of them could not get money to pay their fees. Yes, me, Yasindi Martin Peye, sat on this platform and raised money for them. I remember the last one in Morocco. The children went to the Liberian embassy. They refused to take them in. They were sleeping in front of the embassy. This one that was during weird time. All right. The government that want to build a nation will not send the children out on scholarship, especially when you have the human capital, when you have the knowledge that can be transferred all over. There are so many Liberians who are full professors that are about to retire. There are Liberians who are in engineering for 30 and 40 years, who have practical and practical knowledge and the theory down pat. Okay, they're in different field of study that they're experts in those fields. Okay, you can do like Saudi Arabia did. One teacher, one civil engineer can educate at least in 3 years more than 100 engineers. Okay, in that country, and we can spread them all over. Liberia is a small country. You got big people into AIs who are doing, tap into those people, but you're not ready for that. They're holding your children hostage. You know what? And I'm going to come here. You see some of them who they were president yesterday, vice president yesterday, minister yesterday. They're coming back. Check most of the people who named senator. Now they are telling you and your children you are not educated enough to be there, but they didn't give you an opportunity. They didn't give you an equal playing field. They didn't get the opportunity. They didn't build schools for your children to be there. Okay? They didn't provide education, whereas Article 6 of our Constitution states that it is the government prerogative, okay, to educate the masses. Whereas they passed a law that say education is a human right. This year, Papa Bouaka came to the UN. And the topic for this year, it was not about getting on Security Council. The topic this year was for the street child. No child left behind. I didn't see you amplifying no child left behind. That was the topic. That was the theme of this year. I didn't hear you talking it. It's supposed to have been no child left behind. The street child. Liberia of all people should have been advocating for the street child. Over 300,000 Liberian children are on drugs. You didn't see that to talk about, oh, and Liberia is about to make history and going on security. It's not history. Liberia have been on the Security Council twice or more. So it is ludicrous. What good it is you be on the Security Council when your country is threatened. You can't even make a decision to leave your country safe. But you want to be on a place to make decision or vote on something, even if you don't have a vote, you just won't be there. Eh? Like the Liberian people say, that's just for morale. For the morale. Lazy people. People who lack vision. I feel sorry for my country. I feel sorry for the generation. So that John, what they talking about, that global hackers, your go find out. It's a nobody doing jack. I'm out. I'm gonna go EGB, get some energy. It's been weird talking to you all. Join me Sunday evening, 6 p.m. and Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Thursday is 8. Guys, that's my schedule. I can't synchronize them because I have work schedule and they're different. So Thursday, I have after school duty. I can be here at 7. I'd rather be do it later than be late and have excuse. But this I pay for my platform. I pay for everything so that way my schedule can read the way it is. But I will say again, as my pattern coming, if the people are asking, you're gonna give them time to make plan for 2025. You'll get in the street and tell them they're not supposed to take pay until they start doing the job. They're getting rich while your children are dying, while they're no school, while job is not being done, while they're not creating job. Good night, everyone. This has been another episode of Second Thought Africa, aspiring to engender new thought across the continent. Second thought, reimagine. Reimagine Liberia. Reimagine the children. If you provided opportunity for them, reimagine them that they're sitting on an air conditioned building with roof and ceiling tile, that in the same building they can go and use a bathroom and flush it, that they're not going to use hand pump. Reimagine that. Reimagine when a Liberian woman gets to the hospital, even if she does not have the money, she will be treated and billed later. Especially when the world over is giving you millions and millions of dollars for maternity or health. Reimagine that. Reimagine our children are guided, they're protected, they become the most precious stone or jewel of in our eyes and in our nation. Reimagine that. Reimagine educating the children that give rise to income, thinker, critical thinker that can build an entrepreneur. Reimagine that. Reimagine that the children are the future. In Mandela voice, they're the most precious jewel of everything else that you've been given, because they are poised to be the future of the nation, unless the goal is to sabotage the nation. Reimagine that. Reimagine giving a chance to somebody that you've never tried before, to boldly go where we've never experienced. But I come back to say, reimagine that the only thing to fear is fear itself. That what stands between the Liberia that you have and the Liberia that you need. Tribalism, fear, emotions, and hatred. Let me say hello to all of you who logged in. Okay, if you would please share, and I will say my good night to all of you, and then I'm gonna go. Okay, here we go. Funati, Brother Joe, James, Aaron. All right, there were a few of you here. I don't know. I can see Sis Mekapo, Ayuba, Sis Letty, Love Modi, my baby, sis. Okay, all of you, Sis Ernestine. Let me say good night to all of you and thank you for tuning in. I didn't share a lot tonight. My system were not coming up. but I gotta go get ready for tomorrow. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, just being me, uh, me being ya. And I will say to all of you, thank you so much. You know, I just it's a sad place to be. It's a sad nation. All right. But boy, again, happy birthday, dear. Thank you for so much. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you being a confidant, somebody I can call at the last moment and you show up. You will always answer no matter how late it is. No, I'm not catching you if I can. I'm not catching you. In fact, I can try because it's very difficult to catch up with you, sir. Okay. But anytime I'm over there, I can always catch up with you. So I want to say happy birthday, dear. Thank you so much. God bless you and love you. Look forward to our next meet. Okay. Hopefully, I don't know when I'm in DC again, but when you're in Georgia, look me up. I will have your GB. Okay. Look me up when you are in Georgia. So, folks, let's call it good night. Okay. It's been real. It's been real. Gafwan, Gafwan telling you, um, like next year we have plan. So all the time they were telling you they have plan, they didn't have plan. The whole team was a facade. The whole rescue team, it was truly an arrest. Okay, they told you it was arrest. It was arrest. Yeah. So rescue was an arrest. So you people are arrested. Wherever they will pull you out, that they the one who know. Mm? So that what it is. Rescue were a lie, just like the intention to join CPP was a lie, was to manipulate and lie. Again, in Mano, they say, man, Yazid and man, that it was never about the Liberian people. And I can say that freely, with no hesitation, no reservation. I can say that because um, when Mo Ali said there will be no tearaway, it's either UP or we stay with the status quo. So in his eye, um, what do you call it? CDC was not bad. CDC was not a problem. The only problem was they weren't the one that were stealing. It was CDC. The only thing that was bad was they weren't the one that were driving a car. It was CDC and their people. They weren't the one that were sleeping with the little girls and boys. It was not them. That's all it was. So I'm gonna say to all of you, good night, guys. Let's call it a night and let's reimagine Liberia. If we put her first, what she would look like. Okay. Good night, everyone. God bless.